Hey Nobbers, it's DovahNiik here, and I just wanted to make a little video about my cosplay updates that I said I would. You know about making the props, and they're all here. I haven't done my Tomb Raider video this week. Again, I've been uber busy, but I thought I'd do this now because it's only a quick little video and I don't need to get all my glad rags on and everything. And as you can see, this is my house. I haven't put the backdrop up either. I don't prepare for these things. But yeah, so now I most of you will know if you follow my Instagram, or even I think I've been talking about this on YouTube as well. My learning how to make props, cosplay props, out of EVA foam, and that's what I've been doing for the past. It must be about a month now. It's not as difficult as you would think, but it can be fiddly to find different ingredients. But yeah, most of it is done in something called EVA foam, which most of you might know that already do this, that you can get it in slabs out of craft shops, but the cheapest way is to, you know, in B&Q and hardware stores like that, you know, you get sort of square tiles for the floor, they interlock with each other, like giant jigsaw pieces and things like that, and you put them on the floor and you can have them in the workshops. They do multicoloured ones for children's rooms. Make sure it's EVA foam, but I think most of them are that kind of sort of squishy foam. That, you can use that. In fact, that's what I use now. I got mine from B&Q, I think it was £9 for a couple of sort of squares this big. I forgot the size in, but that's what I used, and I used it to make, now this is the first one I ever made. I made this a couple of months ago. This. If you're a Tomb Raider fan, you'll know that this is from the new Square Enix Tomb Raiders. This is one of her tools, and you can see it's a little bit wibbly because it's from foam. Now, my partner said they might be a good idea to insert something into the centre to make it sort of more rigid, but just for my photographic purposes, it's fine. And this was made from, if you can see, I don't know whether, if I do that, see down the middle there's the seam. Now this is two of those, what I just told you about, the interlocking tiles, and I've stuck them together with a hot glue gun. You'll need a hot glue gun if you want to not cry every time you make a prop, because super glue is really annoying. Really annoying, and this dries really instantly. It's much cleaner if you make a mistake, you can just peel the glue straight back off. Yeah, I just stuck those together. And then I filled it with, I think it was like a acrylic sealant, you know, like it's sort of similar to the silicone that you put in your bath around the tiles and everything, but made out of acrylic instead. And just filled it in like that. You can fill any gaps with that stuff. It's fantastic. Then to seal them, you'll need like a layer of, what I use is PVA glue. And I forgot the type that most people use. There is a specific type of this PVA glue that most people really like to use for this. But I just got a £1.50 tub, about this big, from B&Q. And I use that, and it's absolutely fine as a sealant. Yeah, a couple of layers of acrylic spray paint. And this. Oh, this was from the pound shop. This is Halloween bandage. From the pound shop, just wrapped it round. It already had the blood on it. It's not as realistic as the blood you could probably make yourself with coffee grounds and stuff, but there you go. Yeah, so I just thought this is an example of a cosplay prop, and I'll go into how you make it properly now. I've also made recently, now this is slightly different, like for this one, most of you may recognise what this is supposed to be. It is the pulse rifle from Aliens. It's not exactly the same, because what I did for this one is I found a Nerf gun, and it was a Nerf, I think it was a recon gun. And then I just stuck, where is it? See how thin it is? This is crafting foam. This is the same stuff, but much smaller and thinner. And I got this from Hobbycraft. You can get it in lots of little strips, 50p a strip, just to stick over a spray painted Nerf gun. It's not exactly the same, but like I say, I'm doing an Aliens cosplay shortly, so it'll do. You know, if I'd have gone any further, I could have took this off and really emphasised the shape, because it's more of a triangular shape, but I don't have a lot of time. So I didn't do it. Stuck on a little tiny sticker, which I coloured in myself, for the little digital ammo thing, and then just stuck it on. And this thinner foam is fantastic for adding detail. So now what I did with this is I used a Dremel to drill in there to make these sort of rivets. But what you can do is use the blank tile, the bigger tile, and then stick one of these thinner tiles on the top, but with this shape cut out. Do you know what I mean? To add finer detail. That's quite a popular way of doing it, to be honest. I just want to use the Dremel, which are really handy, making these kind of holes and things like that. After you've made it, after you've got your complete base shape down out of foam, you're going to need a heat gun. Now the heat gun is for sealing it. Yeah, so put your heat gun on before you put your PVA on, and it just seals it. And as you heat gun it, you will see the change. It'll go shiny, the surface. It seals the entire thing off, and it's really good for making, now where is it? Your foam curve. If you put it into a curve it around like that, a heat gun, both sides, and hold it there, it will take that shape. It's fantastic. They're only cheap. I think mine was £15 or £20 from, oh, that Screwfix, that's the one from Screwfix. And to use that, I made this. Now you probably won't know what this is unless you're a big aliens nerd like me. This is how I made Ripley's high tops, because I didn't want to spend 150, or I think like 800 quid now for a pair of the Alien Stomper high tops. So I found my beautiful unicorn shoe from Primark, and I just made out of the little craft foam, the thin stuff, a topper that will go on during my photo shoot. Like that. And as you can see, my very professional labelling all the way around. Like, it's in reverse. But yeah. And I got some Velcro strips from somewhere just to make the little straps so I can get it on. As you can see, it's still painted on the back side, but it won't really matter because you're wearing it. And it just slides on over the shoe. So when I do my Ripley one, I'll have her shoes. Which is pretty cool. Right, pop that down there. But yeah, so to start with, if you're going to start this, you will need the thicker craft foam, the thinner craft foam for details, or, you know, little bits. You could make sort of gauntlets and things out of it. You'll need PVA glue to start with, a heat gun. They're your two ways that you're going to be sealing anything that you make. After that, you'll need different types of paint. Now, you can use, which I did with the pulse rifle, you can use just like a sponge or a paintbrush and paint acrylic paint on it after you've sealed it. But sometimes it can leave brush strokes, and if you've got the cheap stuff like I did, it takes a hell of a long time to get your coats up. I had to put 5 coats on this to get the green, and then I sealed it over the top with another layer of PVA just to give it the sheen, and it darkened the colour a little bit and made it a bit more grubby, which I really needed for that. So you'll need that. You'll need acrylic or spray paint. Now you can get it from the pound shop actually. Some pretty good auto spray paint. It takes a little while to dry, but it's really good. That's what I used for this. Just give it that sort of metallic look. And then I used some silver. That's all rugged looking. And scratched out these bits with silver to age it a little. You'll need that. Any type of paint like that you'll need. A heat gun. As I said, a heat gun and a hot glue gun. Now, you don't have to use hot glue. There's many different types of glue. But it's just easier for me. It dries. As soon as you press it on, you can feel it dry. And which means you can get to work a little bit quicker. So you'll need that. That's very important. Some people use wood glue. Different things. Just see what you've got in your house. Really. If it's non-toxic, if you're going to be wearing it. Remember that. Yeah. And any little additions like bandages, or I was going to use for my pickaxe, I've got some little rivet things that look like screws. I was going to put them in, but I didn't do it in the end because I forgot to drill my hole for them. But yeah, you can use things like that if you want to. It's entirely up to you. And to be honest, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it, and it's not as hard as it looks. When you're going through this and you see how it's come out, you might think, oh, I'll never be able to make that. But I made the pickaxe by hand without doing any templates or anything. I just drew it with a pencil, a light mark onto a tile, and it came out like this. And if I can do that and wing it, you could probably do a lot better than I can. And it's going to be pulse rifle, and my shoe things are going to be my next cosplay. God knows what I'll make after that. I've got a Vasquez cosplay, but for that I need a smart gun. And if you don't know what a smart gun is, Google it. I think it's A56 smart gun. That is probably going to be the toughest cosplay I will ever make because it is enormous and I can't find a Nerf gun that is anywhere near the shape to sort of adjust it. So I'm thinking about maybe using wood for the base, long base, and then just wrapping it in all the different types, the thinner types and the thicker types of foam. I'll be there forever. But yeah, that is how you can, they're the sort of things that you're going to need if you're going to start making cosplay. And I'll give you a small, there's my kitty, I'll give you a small run through of how I did it again, just to give you an idea. So I stuck 2 pieces together, as you can see. Glued it all up, cut the shape out, sorry. Drew it on, cut it all out. This is all one piece. Some people do these in 2 pieces, but I'm not bothered, so I didn't. Yep, stuck them together, let it dry, sealed it on. Oh no, sorry. Then cut out these bits all the way down. Anything that you need, your detailing your handle, I cut that out first. All this, made the little lines, and then once it's all there, seal it with a heat gun, and then seal it with the PVA glue. And then when that's all nice and dry, paint it. If you want to, if you've got any holes like that, that's the stage that you will fill it before painting with the acrylic, or you might even be able to use the silicone, I'm not sure. Just fill all your little gaps in, seal it all up, and then paint. And then I spray painted like that, and covered it in another layer of primer. Primer, then painted, then I primed again. I don't think you have to. It depends on how the material's feeling to you. If you're using hand paints, you might need to definitely add another layer of primer. But with this being spray paint, and this was a better quality spray paint, I didn't really feel the need to after. Put that on, let that dry, and then add the small details like this is sort of dirt and blood mixed in. So I sort of messed it up like that. And then added this strap and the string she has. Just added this, and that's it. So it's really simple. Most of the time will be designing your template and then waiting for things to dry, which is the worst part. This was a nightmare. The shoe insert was a nightmare because I got this bit to dry, these bits, and I stuck this on, the tongue on, before I painted it, which was really stupid. If you're sticking things together, you might want to paint them before you stick pieces together. It just makes life a little bit easier. It was really tough, but it came out quite well, and that is probably 4 hours work. It's not perfect, but when you've got no time, you've got no time, right? Yeah, so that was probably the most frustrating bit. The other 2 weren't too bad. This was only 2 pieces stuck together. Oh well, 3 if you count the middle. So it's not too bad, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. Like, I'm thinking about hanging this on my wall when people come in, just because I'm a nerd like that. Yeah, that's it. And so far it's going really well. And if I do decide to take on the smart gun, I'll post a little video and let you know how that's going. But if you found this very helpful at all, or you just like my rambling, then give me a like on YouTube, and I'll be back very, very, very soon. So thank you guys. Bye.